right, time for a high and low quick bite. I'm Ike Amaechi, and I'm here with Ugo, Sean Khan, and Stephen Leslie. I'm not sure if any of you have watched Zack Snyder's cut of the Justice League movie, but it's been all over my timeline for weeks. In my household, it's all about Superman, Batman, and Darkseid, and what's the other guy's name? Steppenwolf. So speaking of which, let's compare the characters in the Justice League to players in the NBA. So you have Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Flash, Cyborg, Aquaman. That's an easy one. Steppenwolf and Darkseid. So I don't know. Why don't you start us off, Hugo? Who are your comps?
Well, I like this question. So, you know me, I like to go on my little tangents and curveball. So I got LeBron James as Superman, obviously, most powerful dude out there. Batman, I'll say, is really interesting. I picked James Harden simply for the fact that he's been very multifaceted in his ways of scoring and winning, and he's a ladies' man. So that goes right up Bruce Wayne's alley. Wonder Woman, I know who everybody else is going to pick, but I'm going to go with the original, Cheryl Swoops, to give her some love and respect. The Flash, I went with Paul George. Cyborg, I went with Jimmy Butler.
You went Paul George for the Flash?
Yeah, for the Flash. Yeah, for the Flash. For the Flash. Yeah.
Is he fast? Is he like what's the?
No, he's all Flash, man. No substance.
Wow.
Boom. So the Aquaman is too easy, so I'll let other people say that one. I went with Anthony Davis. only because he's very powerful. He has a certain look, especially with his tight pants.
What did you say?
But if he wasn't there, it wasn't like you'd lose the actual battle or anything like that. So, and he could probably talk to fish. Definitely looks like a guy with that eyebrow and his face that he could definitely communicate with fish. Steppen, don't come after me, 80. Steppenwolf, I got Dame. He just has that look. Has that demeanor. Okay. So he has that look, he has that demeanor. And the only reason why I'm calling him that is because I also have LeBron James as Darkseid. So since LeBron James runs the West, basically Dame's gonna have to just kneel before him and do what he can to get back in good graces. So this is where I throw my little curveballs as usual. So the other individuals in the Justice League that were not included, I had the Green Lantern as Curry, Martian Manhunter as Kawhi, and the Wonder Twins, Tatum and Brown. And if you,
okay,
I don't know.
Shut up, nerd.
Yeah, I don't know if you know the Wonder Twins. That goes back. Listen, I love this question. I just started salivating. I was like, "Ooh, I gotta say the Wonder Twins too." So that's my Justice League.
Okay, all right.
Yes.
So before we jump too deep into nerd territory, let's move forward. Sean, what are your comps?
All right. For Superman, I wanted to say LeBron because that scene in Zack Snyder's Justice League where Aquaman and Wonder Woman are trying to restrain Superman is kind of indicative of what LeBron's done his entire career. But I'm going to go in a different direction and say James Harden just because I don't think anyone is playing better basketball right now than Superman is obviously the best. So I think Harden is right now playing the best. For Batman, I kind of had a similar analogy that Hugo did, but I'm going to put Steph Curry in there. Batman, uses a lot of gadgets. I don't want to call Steph a gadget player, because of the negative connotations, but he has a wide array of tools in his arsenal, and they both grew up rich. Wonder Woman, I'm going to say Elena Delle Donne. I just thought I would shout her out because no one's probably going to name her, and she's been the best in WNBA at some point in her career recently, I think.
Yeah, a couple of MVPs.
Yeah. Flash, I'm going to say Darren Fox for obvious reasons. I feel like he doesn't get talked about enough on this podcast, and my other choice was Westbrook, but I feel like I've been talking about him too much lately, so I got to knock him down a few pegs.
Oh, this would have been your opportunity to talk about Westbrook in a positive light, though.
I know I've been talking about Westbrook in a positive light the last couple podcasts. I think I brought him up as one of my most athletic players, and there's something else too.
You're right.
Wait, that's a compliment?
Calling someone athletic, top 3 athletic player in the NBA. I think so.
Okay.
Cyborg, I'm going to put. This is where I put LeBron, not only because of the physical comparisons, but also because of the information comparison. One thing that LeBron is underrated for is his basketball IQ. Aquaman, I put Sam Cassell here because he looks like a fish. Steppenwolf, I got Bam Adebayo, and Darkseid, I got Jimmy Butler. Bam and Jimmy, I think are good. Jimmy's the best villain in the NBA, and Bam fits that like villain sidekick role perfectly with Jimmy.
Nice, I like it. I like that. All right, Steven, what are your comps here?
So, listen, I'm not a DC guy. I'm more of a Marvel guy. So I tried my best. So don't hate my list. So for Superman, I chose Shaq because he's self-proclaimed Superman.
Yeah.
Batman, I had as Kobe just because, like, he speaks all these different languages and he worked on his craft. He wasn't like the top superhero or NBA player to begin with. Wonder Woman, I went with Lisa Leslie. 2-time gold medalist, 2-time champ,
Nice.
finals MVPs, like you name it, she's done it. Flash, I went with Dwayne Wade because he's also self-proclaimed as Flash, but I don't think he's the flashiest.
No.
Cyborg, I went with prime Dwight Howard because he was just built differently. Aquaman, I picked Jimmy Butler. From what I remember with Aquaman, like he's not needed, but he's effective. So same with Jimmy Butler. Like a lot of teams passed on him, and he's been through a lot of teams, but he's pretty good each team he went to, right? Steppenwolf, I got James Harden, and Darkseid, I got prime DeMarcus Cousins.
Nice. You guys threw curveballs.
Well, some of these. Okay, so were you thinking Aquaman to be the Splash Brothers, one of the two?
No.
Okay.
I thought that was a layup for everyone because I was under the impression that Steven Adams was going to be automatically thrown into that slot because he probably looks exactly like Jason Momoa. But yeah, and Cyborg, a bit of a curveball. I thought you guys would be looking at guys who were kind of reconstructed, maybe who've had injuries and
I was thinking about that actually.
Yeah,
I was, but I couldn't really think of anyone. That's maybe Oladipo, Paul George.
Paul George.
Who else? Yeah.
Gordon Hayward.
Gordon Hayward, yeah, true.
Yeah. Interesting. But good list, man. I like it. All right. With all that said, that's been another High and Low Quick Bite. This one was a quick bite. Good. Look for these quick bite segments every week only on this YouTube channel, along with other bonus content you won't find in the official weekly podcast. So like, comment, and subscribe. And thanks for listening. We'll see you next week.